Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is about 7:15, and I just got done doing a drama video and doing a Peterisms video, and I have been very busy today, and I was very busy yesterday too, which is why I didn't vlog, but I will get to that in just a second, and tell you guys why I didn't vlog yesterday because of my busy schedule. But before I get into that, I do want to say this, just to remind people, if I'm not going to vlog, I try to always announce it. I try to announce it like sometime in the evening, like I usually do it about 8 o'clock, because I usually know by that time. I usually announce it on my Vloggerinos group and also on the community tab, because I know that there are people that are not part of the Vloggerinos group, and I just copy and paste it. So I put up the exact same statement and say that I'm not going to vlog today for such and such reason or whatever. Sometimes I don't say, sometimes I just say I'm taking the day off or whatever. So I just want you guys to know. So in case you're like, where's the vlog? Like, Peter hasn't vlogged today. You can go over and you can look over there and see if I have vlogged or if I haven't vlogged. So that was the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is that Emily, who has been a longtime watcher of the vlog. Hey, Emily, how are you? I just found out from Koe that Emily just got out of the hospital, so I'm sending lots of love, prayers, and positivity to Emily, and I'm asking that in the comment section below that you guys as well send kind thoughts to Emily. And it is Emily's wish. Emily has a YouTube channel, if you didn't know, and her channel is called, I believe it's called Emily's Life on Wheels, and I will link it in, like, it'll be like the very first thing below in the description box. And I'll put like Emily's channel and then just like and you guys can go over there and find it. And I'm asking that you guys go over and check it out and hopefully subscribe to it. It is her wish that she hits 1,200 subscribers. And I believe that she is like 15 people away. 15! That's all we need, okay? I believe that she's like 15 people away from meeting her goal of 1,200 subscribers. So if you guys could do that, I would really appreciate it. I'm going to do it in my drama video tomorrow too, if I remember. I need to put it on a post-it note and remember to get people to go subscribe to Emily's channel. So let's rally and let's help out a fellow YouTuber and help her with her channel, because that would be awesome. And also go over to her channel and send her kind thoughts and some positivity and love over there to her as well. So, hey Emily, how are you? All right, let's get into today's vlog. So, what's been going on with you this weekend, Peter? Well, let me tell you, since you were so kind to ask. Friday night, it was so bitter cold in Indianapolis. And I laid in bed. I don't even know what time. I went to bed early on Friday night. And I laid in bed with my AirPods on. Alex went to sleep. And, Friday was St. Patrick's Day. So he came home and we got into bed at about the same time. And, so we were just laying there and talking and stuff like that. And then he went to sleep and I had my AirPods on and I was listening to my book for the book club, because I had only listened to like a half an hour of it and I had to listen to 5.5 hours of it before the book club today, because I had to finish it. So I ended up listening until like 3:30 in the morning or something like that. I just was like laying there like listening to this audiobook. And so, and then Saturday, we were going to my brother and sister-in-law's at like, we'd be there at like 12:30. So I wanted to get up and get stuff done. And, and Boo hadn't been eating a whole lot. I had said something on here, I think, about like, he didn't seem like he really felt very well. Sometimes when like the temperature drops a lot, like I think it's maybe his arthritis. I don't know, but he just doesn't seem like he feels very well. Well, Boo Radley woke up Saturday morning, and he was feeling much better. As my neighbor across the street says, he had springs on his feet. Like, he was like jumping around the backyard and running all over the place, and he ate a package and a half of food in the morning, and then he ate a package and a half of food in the afternoon when we came home. He was like super hungry. And then we get like, when we got back from this party that we went to last night, he ate a little bit more food. So he was like eating all his food, and he was like acting like a crazy dog, like running circles. I mean, it was like he was a puppy again. And he's been like that today again too. So I don't know, maybe it was just like the cold, who knows. So anyway, so Saturday morning, I got up and like took him out and did all that and fed him and everything. And then I came back to bed and I listened to like another hour of the audiobook before we started getting ready to go over to Carlos and Liliana's house. So we went to Carlos and Liliana's house and we stopped at Target on the way, and I just wanted to kind of like get some, what was like the closest thing on the way to their house, like other than like a grocery store. I wanted to get some things for this week, like bread and peanut butter that I could have with like soup and stuff like that. So got that. And then we also got him like this tulip thing that's in like these rocks that you like grow. It's really cool. I wanted to get him some kind of like really cool plant. Just something little as like a housewarming gift. So we got them that because they had just bought this brand new house. Now Alex had seen it. I hadn't seen it. Oh, it's so cute. Their house is so adorable, and they're so proud of it. It's really a cool house, and the kids both have their own rooms, and so they were like showing us like their room and everything like that, and the setup of all of it. It was so funny because Sebastian's like, my room is better, and all this kind of stuff, and then Alex's aunt and uncle and his grandma and his cousin, they came over as well. And Alex had gotten me Beyond Burgers because they were all like having like burgers and brats and stuff like that. And they were like grilling them like in the stove, like they have like a grill in the stove. And so Liliana made mine like in an air fryer, just like the one that we had just got sent. I was like, oh my God. And they were fantastic. And so now I'm like, oh my God, I can make Beyond Burgers in the air fryer, you know? They were so good. And because she made them like separately, so mine wouldn't have been touched by like the, you know, the other meat and stuff like that. So anyway, so we had a little barbecue, and because it was too cold to barbecue outside, and it was really fun. We had a good time. We all just kind of like sat around and whatever. But because I had stayed up so late listening to this audiobook, and I think also because of the cold weather, I just like out of nowhere, I just like it hit me. I was so tired. Like I was like exhausted tired. And so it was like 2:45. I said to Alex, I said, we have to leave soon. I said, I am so tired, and if we're gonna go to this party tonight, like I'm gonna need to rest a little bit. I had wanted to come home and my plan had been to make like a drama video, do the vlog, and maybe make a Peterisms video. And Alex had said, he said, you know, we're not going to stay at my brother's forever. Like, you know, we're just going to go over there and like eat and stuff. Then we can come home, and, you know, then you can like film if you want to film. And then I'm going to rest a little bit too. And then we can, you know, go over this party. So the party was for our friend's 40th birthday. It was a surprise party. And the reason I didn't say it on here, I just said that we had something to go to, was because she sometimes watches my vlog, and if she happened to watch it, I didn't want to like tip her off, you know, that we were going to her, because she would have known. So anyway, so we came home, and Boo Radley running around being crazy dog. And so after we fed him and stuff and took him out, we like got into bed. Alex is like, I'm gonna lay down too, I'm tired. And we both like crashed out. I mean, I crashed out. So we got up and we got dressed to go to this party. And yeah, and then we went to this party last night. We had to be there at 7, and it was really nice. It was at her sister's house, and we know her family and stuff. And so it was really, really a good time. We've known her forever. So it was really a great time, and yeah, it was fun, and they had amazing food. I couldn't eat a lot of the food because a lot of the food wasn't vegetarian, but they had amazing food, and they had these like cucumber things that they had like hollowed out the opening, or that outside. They had like the cucumbers like cut into slices and then hollowed out, and then they had like hummus in the middle of the cucumber. It was so good. And then her cake was like this strawberry like cheesecake, but like mixed with like strawberry like pound cake. It was unbelievable. It was so good. And then they had chocolate covered strawberries, and they had all of this different stuff, and it was really, really good. So we had a really good time. And so yeah, that was fun. And her nieces like made this like special video for her, and it just was really fun. We had a really good time. We stayed there till like 10:30 or something like that, 10:30, 10:45, and we walked outside. I put it on my Instagram story, so if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it last night. But we walked outside. It was literally blizzard conditions. I could not believe it. And I had worn Birkenstock clogs with like socks. Well, actually wore socks, thank God, right? Because I wore like a nice sweater and like nice pants and whatever. I wore these Birkenstock clogs because I just wanted to be comfortable. I was going to wear my Doc Martin boots, platform boots, but I was like, no, I'm going to wear these clogs. And we walk outside, and it's literally like an inch and a half of snow. It's not today, it all melted and got warmer today, but it was like so cold outside last night. Oh, when we were driving home, I looked at the temperature in Alex's car, and it was 18 degrees. So it was 18 degrees, it's like blizzard conditions, it's like snowing like crazy, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like unreal, right? So by the time that we got home, it kind of like had stopped snowing a little bit, and then we got home, and like Boo Radley loves to run around the snow. So he like was running around the snow, hopping around the snow. He like loves it. He was being so funny. And so we got home, and Alex was like watching TikToks and stuff. I can't remember who I called and talked to Tanya Jean. And then I was like, I think I'm going to get into bed, and I'm going to like, I told Alex, I said, I'm going to lay down for like 45 minutes, and I brought my AirPods up to the bedroom, and I was like, I'm just going to lay in bed, like I'm going to lay down for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm going to get up, and I'm going to listen to the last hour of the true crime book for the book club in bed, and then go to sleep, because I wanted to like get a good night's sleep, because I was really tired, and I also knew that I was going to make some videos today, and so, the book club is, I knew we'd go to brunch at like, 2 something, and then the book club is from 4 to 5, and then I was going to make videos 5 on, so I was like, okay, we got to pull it together here, Peter, so you can't be super tired, right? Which I'm not like super tired right now. I'd say I'm relaxed and I'm calm, which I know people are like, this is relaxed. Yeah, I feel relaxed and calm. This morning, Oh, no, this is last night I was talking about. So last night, I, like, fell asleep. I think I probably woke up, like, every hour and a half. Like I woke up at, like, 12:30, and then at, like, 2, and then at, like, 3:30. And every time I'd be like, I'm just going to sleep for 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to listen to the audiobook. So finally, this morning, I woke up, and it was, like, 11:30, and I was like, you have got to listen to this audiobook, or you're not going to have it done in time, right? Because I had literally, like, 57 minutes left to finish. So I listened to the audiobook, and I finished it this morning, and then we got up and did some stuff around the house, and then we got ready and went to brunch, and we had a good brunch today. So Alex got his Cuban breakfast, and they don't have the chili anymore. They just they like do seasonal stuff, and so they got rid of the chili. And so he got tomato artichoke soup today, and then he got the Cuban with sriracha sauce, and I don't know what else. And then he got coffee, regular coffee. I got hazelnut, which is not my favorite, but here, I have some right here. And what else? Oh, so do you remember last week I was talking about, somebody said it was coconut cake. It may be coconut cake that I got last week, but they called it bread. They said it was bread. You get a big slice of this bread, right? So I said to our server today, who was like, we're friends with like all the servers in there, and I said, you don't have the coconut bread anymore? She was like, no. She's like, I said, so what's your new one? And she said, lemon poppy seed. And I was like, oh my God, that's like one of my favorite like breads ever. Because my mom, when I was a kid, would always get like lemon poppy seed muffins. And I actually put it in like my book that I wrote. I talked about that. I put this memory in there because my mom I would get lemon poppy seed muffins, and I would put, what do you call it? Like raspberry, like jam on there, and I love that so much. By the way, just so for anybody that wants to come out here and say this to me, because people will be like, now, Peter, that if you eat poppy seeds, you'll test positive for, well, first of all, I don't take a lot of drug screens. I haven't taken a drug screen in I don't even know how many years, because I stay sober for me. But anyway, just so you know this, there's like certain things that are a complete fallacy, like when it comes to like drugs and all that kind of stuff. Like when people say, You cannot test positive for LSD unless you do like a spinal tap. That's absolutely incorrect. You can test for LSD, and you can test for anything in a urine drug screen. You just have to specifically test for it. You can also test for it in hair and blood. You just, like, when you send it to the lab, you have to pay extra, and the lab has to be a lab that tests specifically for that, and you also have to specifically indicate that you are testing for that. So, like, you would have to go somewhere where, like, they will test for anything. It's not just like a drug screen that you buy from CVS. You would have to go to, like, a hospital or someplace like that and say, like, I want... So you can test for inhalants, you can test for LSD, you can test for anything, right? But you have to test specifically for that thing. And it might cost you $300 or something like that, but you can't test for that. That's the number one fallacy. The other thing is, there's a couple. Number two is, when people say that, like, if they're sitting in a car where people are getting high, that they got indirectly, like, high as a result, or that's why they tested positive. Okay, that's not going to happen. And number three, the third thing is, and I'm just going to tell you right now in case you're trying to sing this story to your probation officer or somebody else. The third thing is, I think it's cocaine that people say, that, like, they'll say, oh, I ate a bunch of poppy seed muffins. You would literally probably have to eat like 2 pounds of poppy seeds for it to test positive. Like, I am just throwing that number out there, but, like, you would have to eat, like, a mass amount of poppy seeds for it to, like, for you to, like, it test positive off of that. Like, it's, those are, like, there's a lot of fallacies when it comes to stuff like that people would say back in the day, that I only know just because I used to work in the field and the doctors would tell us and say, like, there's no truth to that. You know? So anyway, so I got a piece of lemon poppy seed bread. I brought it home. I'm so excited. But I got the California Dreamer omelet, which I usually add Gouda, but this week, because their omelet of the day was like bacon and something. I didn't get that, obviously, because I don't eat meat, but they had Dijon in it. And so I said, I think I'm going to try something different, and instead of the Gouda, I'm going to add Dijon. Oh! It was so good. It's so weird how, like, just, like, adding a little bit of something, like, makes something taste so different. Like, I'm sure a lot of you out there that cook and are, like, really great cooks and stuff like that know that. But, like, if you're an omelet maker, throw some Dijon mustard in there, because I'm telling you right now, like, it made all the difference. I couldn't believe it. And so it was like, and it's a spicy omelet anyway, because it has, like, green peppers in there and things like that. But it was really good. I was like, oh God, it was so good. And then I got potatoes, and the potatoes were like perfection, and I brought them home. I brought half of them home. I ate like half of them. And then I got a bagel, an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese and butter, but I didn't put any butter on it. And I ate half the bagel, and I brought the other half home. So I think we're gonna watch RuPaul's Drag Race tonight. So I have that stuff to eat as like a little snack. Yeah, so we did that, and then I came home and had the True Crime Book Club, which was really, really fun today. And so, hey to everybody that was in the True Crime Book Club today. I don't want to start shouting people out, because if I start shouting people out, then I'll forget people, and I'll feel bad about that. So, but it was fun. We had a good group in there today. It was fun, and I always love the True Crime Book Club, because it's just so laid back, and, we just talk about books and, random stuff. It's just so fun. So, and we kind of talked about, like, maybe what the April book is going to be. We were going to leave it up to the group, and then Mel was looking at, like, the suggestions, and there was, like, only 10 books suggested, and then I had made a suggestion for a book that we could possibly read. The thing is, we already have the May book that we're going to read. And so I'm going to talk to Mel about maybe moving the May book to April, which the May book is going to be. The book that we have for May is going to be really good. When I tell you what it is, you guys are going to be like, oh, we know why Peter's real excited about this one. But Mel found it. I didn't even know it existed, but I'm really excited about reading this book. But I have a suggestion for April. Well, I have a topic for April that I wanted to read, and then somebody found a book, so I think that might be our April book. So anyway, we'll see. I just looked it up, and it's actually not too long. It's like 8 hours on Audible, and it's pretty current. It came out like in 2019, I think, so it's pretty current. So yeah, so we might make that our April book. We have to see. And then I just decided what I'm going to make the April book for Peter's book club. And it's not what people will expect. So, because I usually pick like mainstream stuff. And then since I finished the book for True Crime Book Club, I have to finish Daisy Jones and the Six. So I don't know if I'll do that tonight laying in bed or what I'll do, but I only have like 2.5 hours. I've had like 2.5 hours left forever. So I've got like 2.5 hours left of Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm going to finish that. And then I'm going to start and finish How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, because that's actually the February book that I haven't even started yet. So when I get caught up with those books, I'll at least have the books done. And then I'm gonna, and then I think I'm gonna do like a couple like cozy mysteries. I'm really missing some cozy mysteries. And then probably like the first, hey, how are you? And then like the first week of April, I'll probably read the book for a True Crime Book Club, and then we'll like figure out when the live stream is going to be for that. So it's taken me, I'm having a hard time like getting out of this reading slump. You know, I didn't read a book for almost a year. Like, I talked about that Simone St. James book on here forever. So I didn't read a book for almost a year. And now in 2023, I've read 6 books. So I look at that and I think, well, it's March and you've read 6 books. So it's like 2 books a month. Like, I'm not proud of that at all. But it's better than nothing. It's just like taking me time to get like back into things. The other thing is, when I was listening to books like so rampantly, and I was like listening to like 10, 12 audiobooks a month, I wasn't watching any shows like at all. And, you know, now I just finished Your Honor on Thursday night, and Thursday going into Friday. And then I have like 1 episode of Truth Be Told left, and then 1 episode of Dear Edward left, and then RuPaul's Drag Race. That's, I think, and like we watched that together. So other than that, all I'll have is Fear the Walking Dead, I think. So unless something comes out that I want to watch. Oh, there's that new show, I think, on Peacock about the students that are dead in the high school. Like, I want to watch that. But other than, and Daisy Jones and the Six. Here I say there's nothing that I want to watch, and then I start naming it. And Daisy Jones and the Six. But I don't want to watch that until I've read the book. So, you know, when these shows come up, I'll watch them from time to time, but I really want to start focusing on listening more to these audiobooks and reading more and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Hopefully I'll get to it. I don't necessarily, I say I'm in a reading slump. I guess that's not really what I'm in. I don't really know how to explain it. It's when I go to relax. Like, I love books. I love reading them. I love audiobooks, all of it, right? But when I go to relaxing, I don't find myself going to books immediately. I find myself first going to shows, second going to movies, third going to books. And so, and first going to shows, second going to movies, third going to YouTube videos, a lot of old drag pageants and stuff I'll watch. And then audiobooks, you know, or reading books. And the thing is, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, like I'm not going to feel bad about not reading because I don't want to get to that point, you know. But the thing is that when I start thinking about, like, immediately, like when I think about reading books, I don't know why, but I always go to either the Misfortune series, which I have one more book to read that she has on Audible. And then she also has another book that's come out since then that's not on Audible yet, but I think it's getting ready to be released on Audible. But I think about those Tanya Cardis books where there was the what do you call it? Where the camper, they're called like, you know, camper this, and this. There's always like 3 words in the title. I love those books. Like, I want to read those books. And then the Maddie Day books I was talking about, where the Maddie Day Country Store, like, I want to read those books. I just kind of miss reading cozy mysteries a little bit, which is how I picked the book that I'm going to read for next month. It's not necessarily, I wouldn't consider it 100% a cozy mystery, but it's a book that I want to read, and so I'm going to start with, well, I'll tell you when I do my booktube video about it, but so yeah, like Do you hear that? The birds are like chirping like crazy. Spring is right around the corner. We're supposed to have really warm weather this week. So I'm excited. It'll be nice. And yep. Tomorrow I have a busy day. I have a hair appointment at noon, which means I have to leave here. Well, I have to call an Uber at like 11:15, which is not, I mean, it's late morning, right? And then I'll probably get back. So if I get done there at like 12:45, sometimes I eat like in that strip mall somewhere. So if I do, and then like I am done by like 1:15, I'll be back here by like 1:45. But then we have a marriage counseling appointment tomorrow, which means I have to leave here at like, I mean, I won't take a shower or get ready to go to that because I'll have my hair cut and I'll have taken a shower in the morning. So I'll have to leave here about 5:15 for that. So it's going to give me like 3 hours to make videos and stuff like that tomorrow, which is a good amount of time to do all that, you know. And I have a couple of phone calls that I have to make for some appointments and stuff like that. So I have kind of a busy day tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I have we have a business meeting for our meeting, and it's really early. It's at like, we usually have them well, it's not really early, but I mean, it's early for us. So they're usually at 7:30, and our business meeting is at 7:15, which means I have to be at Tanya's house by 6:30, which means that I'm going to have to like, well, it's going to depend on what time Alex gets done, because if he can't get here in time to take me to Tanya's, because he usually doesn't get off work until like 6, then I'm going to have to take an Uber. And if I have to take an Uber to Tanya's, which means I'm going to have to call the Uber by like 5:45, which that's an early day. So that's Monday and Tuesday. Busy, busy, busy. So I'm going to have to just get up early and get some stuff done, which is probably a good thing that I don't have like tons of shows to watch right now, you know? Our little tree that's, I don't even know how many feet high, 50, something like that, 100, I have no idea. It's starting to bud a little bit. Before we know it, there'll be leaves on it. Be warm outside. It'll be nice. Alex was watching The Real Housewives of Miami inside earlier. I haven't started watching that season at all. I don't really have a lot of desire to watch it. I know I was gonna watch the whole season and everything like that, but I don't have a huge desire to watch it. I don't know why. He said the season is great, but yeah, I don't have a huge desire to watch it. So maybe I won't watch that season at all. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Do you hear is that an owl? I love just sitting and listening to nature. I love this. Well, all right, you guys. I'm going to go and start getting you rendered and ready to go. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday. I know I didn't have tons to say today, but tomorrow or next day, well, tomorrow I might even vlog like after we get home from our marriage counseling session, because then I'll have a little bit longer time to do it. Or maybe I'll do half before and half after. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just make it shorter. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday, and that you are getting rejuvenated, refreshed, renewed, and relaxed for the week ahead. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach, I almost forgot what it was. Make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. It's so important that I almost forgot. No, but it's so important. Make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. You might be putting a smile on their face. You might be cheering somebody up. You might be making their day, and you might just be making them so much happier, you know, than they already are. And also be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.